It's Jimmy, Scott, and Diggerman from the Theme Park Podcast.
Are you looking to finally make that move to Orlando? Maybe you already live here and want to be closer to the parks.
Use the official real estate agent of the Theme Park Podcast, LaurenCampbellRealtor.com.
Lauren helped my mom both buy and sell her house.
I bought a house of 10 years with Lauren.
Didn't you marry her?
Shush. I love my real estate agent, and you will too. Call Lauren Campbell at 407-325-4225. That's 407-325-4225.
Goldwell Banker Realty.
From the theme park capital of the world, Orlando, Florida, this is the Theme Park Podcast. Wait, podcast? Isn't this on the radio?
Why does everything gotta be so messy on this station?
Anyway, here's your hosts, Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris.
Welcome to the Theme Park Podcast. It is Dickerman along with Jimmy D.
What's up, Dicker Miney?
And the young lion, Scott Harris, is here with us, dressed to the nines today.
I am.
He's dressed like he's got to be at the Twin Pines Mall at
No, I'm going to the Lone Pines Mall.
You look like you're going to be Marty McFly at a con, but it's not time for MegaCon yet.
Not yet.
When's that, August?
Middle of August.
I'm ready for that. We've got so much exciting stuff upcoming, with MegaCon on the way. But today, as we record this podcast, a big day in Central Florida, a huge day. Maybe the best reviewed new ride in decades.
Yes.
Out today.
The churro stand is open.
Did you guys see that Bill was walking around with a churro in his hand?
Yes.
I did see that. I did see that. Of course, we're talking about the VelociCoaster, which Universal, tongue-in-cheekly, referred to as we're just building a new churro stand when they started construction on it. Construction is complete. It is out today, and I have not seen a single person say they did not love this ride.
No, I think the only people that were a little upset were the people that had to wait till the Today Show finished their hit from outside of it so they could be allowed into the building to ride the ride.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you got national television there, sometimes it does slow things down a little bit.
When your parent company has a morning show.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like every news channel was out there for the opening. Like, I saw them all the local news channels at least, and I'm sure there were some national news channels too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Covering this epic event.
And the longest I saw it get up to was 240 minutes.
That's really not bad, considering, remember, Hagrid was 6 hours in the early days.
10!
Yeah, and you guys are telling people to wait in the line.
It was great. Hagrid was awesome. Hagrid was an amazing ride. I have not ridden VelociCoaster yet. The only one of us that has is Scott Harris.
Yeah, I've done it, I think, 5 times now.
Wow.
So, yeah, I went back the other day.
Still great?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's so good.
Still amazing. Jimmy, you haven't got to do the queue yet, have you?
I have not. I haven't been back to the park since it opened. Did you guys see that story that a couple of teenagers got banned for throwing ice at the roller coaster as it went by?
Come on, guys.
Come on.
You
Don't
got to
ruin
know
the
better
belt.
than that. You
Yep.
got to do better than that. Why would you? Teenagers are dumb.
Oh, do you remember the time? Did I ever tell you the story that I saw teenagers spitting on people as they were going down the slide at Typhoon Lagoon?
No.
And then when we got to the top, I turned to the lifeguard and said, "Hey, what would you do if you found out somebody was spitting on guests as they were going down the slide?" And he was like, "We'd probably throw them out." I was like, "Why? Did somebody do that?" And I turn and I point right in the kid's face, like 6 inches away from me. I was like, "Him."
That's tremendous. Did that kid's face turn all sorts of red?
You would have thought that that I was like he was just mortified. Absolutely mortified.
Like, I was dumb. Let's all face it. When we were teenagers, we were dumb. But, that's taking it to a different level where you're throwing ice at a roller coaster going by at 70 miles an hour or whatever it goes.
A million.
You could hurt somebody.
Yeah, and spitting on people is super gross. And, you
Yes.
spit on the wrong person, they're going to throw you from the top of Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah, and it was so funny because, I felt guilty immediately after ratting this kid out.
Yeah.
And I was so afraid that I was going to have to, fight somebody's parent over by the lockers. I never saw that kid again for the rest of the day. He went somewhere and hid.
You're like, I got to disappear. Mom, I want to go home. I got diarrhea. I can't go in the pool anymore. Let's go home. We have to leave. VelociCoaster, or VelociRoaster as it probably was out there today, 1,000,000 degrees.
Well, I mean, the thing is that ride churns through people so quickly. It was at 4 hours, and then about 3 hours later, it got down to 90 minutes.
I just can't fathom sitting out in a line for 90 minutes right now in this heat in the dead of the day. Like, I can't. It's just too hot. Maybe I'm a spoiled Floridian, and I can't imagine going to a theme park in the middle of the day right now, but it's miserable outside.
I mean, the beauty of the way that they did the queue is there's a lot of trees around there in Jurassic Park Island.
And I'm
you
sure
have shade.
And I'm sure they've got plenty of fans too. Which
Yeah.
is okay. So they got
You probably
you
got the
covered.
misting fans. I'm speaking out of turn because I don't know for
Hey,
sure.
you're
but-
probably right. Have you guys considered one of those neck fans they
No.
sell on Amazon?
No.
Come on, it's a touristy thing,
No.
but it might help. It looks-
Local, not a tourist.
I know, but it might keep you a little bit cooler.
You mean those things that look like headphones that somebody's wearing around their neck?
Yeah, but it's fans.
I know.
They're like $15.
I've seen people wearing multiples of them.
Fritzie's coming down in July, and we're supposed to go to
SeaWorld.
some parks, SeaWorld potentially, maybe Disney. But he sent me the fan neck. I'm like, maybe I'll do that because I don't like going during the day.
Start with a cooling towel and see if that'll work for you.
Wear a hat, bring some water.
Hat is a good idea too.
You got to get like one of those big hats, like a straw hat.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be your best bet, but you can do a ball cap.
I might go straw hat. I might just, a straw hat, you got to be able to pull it off, but I might just do it anyhow.
I think once you crest 40,
Yeah.
you can wear whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
You can wear medium socks pulled up to your middle of your calf.
Yeah, you can wear those like coach shorts that are just like tight in all the wrong places.
Coach shorts?
Yeah,
No,
like
no.
like the coach used to wear in high school.
Yes, so they opened up the VelociCoaster, and then at the exit, they had a churro stand. They were handing out free churros.
I know this is disappointing
Free
to me.
churros.
To get a free churro at a theme park, you have saved significant money.
You have missed on this so many times.
I know. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong here. You're 100% right.
Speaking of churros, I was at Hollywood Studios, and they are selling a lightsaber churros now.
Oh, are they?
Oh, they got them now, huh?
Yeah, at our Hollywood Studios, not over in California.
Nice. And all it is a regular churro with a little cardboard sleeve.
Yeah, it's a cardboard sleeve, and then there's like colored.
It's got different
powdered
sugar on it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not powdered sugar, but like the granulated.
But you know what? It
colored
makes
sugar.
it taste better because it's a lightsaber churro.
I had a Wookiee cookie, and you know what? It was good.
That did look good. What's in? Is that an oatmeal cookie?
It's 2 oatmeal cookies with a vanilla cream in the middle,
Okay.
and then they put a milk chocolate bandolier across the top.
Almost like a giant oatmeal cream pie.
That's exactly what it is.
I had your giant Pop-Tart over at Hollywood Studios.
What'd you think?
It was good, but not great.
Which one did you get though?
There's only one right now.
Yeah,
which
there's only
one?
one.
Which one do
It's
they
the
have?
blueberry one.
Okay, that's the one I preferred because I had both and I preferred the
What was the
blueberry.
other? It was like a lemon?
No, if it would have been lemon, it would have been amazing. But no, it was like it was more savory.
Like a
What-
Nutella?
Yeah, it might have been like a
Hazelnut?
chocolate. Yeah, like a hazelnut, like caramel kind of thing.
It wasn't bad. I was just like, okay, I had it. I don't know that I
It's a
need
really
it again.
good stand. Like, they've got some good foods at that.
Yes,
They got the tachos, and they have plant-based tachos.
We had regular tots, I think, when we were there. We almost went with tachos.
The
but we
potato barrels.
Potato barrels, yes. I will tell you, I once again, because I had to try, I had 3 strikes. I had to once again try the barbecue joint in Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it the first time. It was okay the second time. Terrible the third time.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I was really hoping to go back to time 1 flavor when I went back the third time to try it out, and it was a loss. So
no.
I take back my endorsement that I gave for Regal Eagle, that I swore it was the best theme park food I've had in a while, and I have to rescind that.
Commissary. I think the commissary's the
It's all
way to
about
go.
Commissary's been closed every time
They
I
close
go.
early. They
Yeah,
close
4
like,
o'clock.
Yeah.
And I don't go at 4 o'clock.
I know.
It's
you
too
don't.
hot.
Yeah.
The Backlot Express, where you get the Wookiee cookie. It's that little food place between Star Tours and Indiana
Oh, he
Jones.
knows. He knows about that. That's where you
Oh,
get
yeah,
the free
I've been there.
cheese.
They close half the indoor seating at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, they've been. I feel like that's got to change soon.
It
Now that
better
we're into
change
summer,
soon.
It's got to change, right?
What? Well, here's the thing: is I heard a rumor that they have started training and retraining and recertifying the tram drivers.
Oh,
If you go to the parks,
Well, there's markers now being put down for them.
yes, and if you notice, they used to be all huddled together, like in the corner of the parking lot, and now you're seeing them kind of like sort of abandoned throughout the parking lots
Yeah,
because
they're shakedown.
after the park hours, they're doing training courses like a driver's ed.
good. Good.
So, but if they're doing that, that means why would you need to do that right now? Because you're going to about to increase park capacity, right? I mean, I don't know that part. I'm just making that up.
There's a lot going on because you talk about that. They removed some of the markers already in some areas
I
of Epcot.
still want one.
The marker?
I want a marker.
I don't disagree with that, but they
I
also
think that would be a cool souvenir to have.
in the app they added standby time to
It's
the
in-
waits.
So that has to mean something.
Fast passes. I mean, fast passes. The sign is still there for fast pass. So I mean, there are certain people that seem to have some sort of fast pass. I don't know if that's a disability pass or they
Nobody
have something
knows.
else going on. It's like a mystery, and nobody will tell you. Like we need like a deep throat insider to tell us what the deal is with the people. I mean, I assumed it was a disability pass, but maybe it's something else.
Can't ask that.
Well, when I asked a cast member, they told me it was for disability.
Okay, well, I mean that seems like the most likely thing, but I don't know.
Oh, another rumor I had heard: the minivans are coming back.
Oh, so you can lift around. When you get locked into a resort like me and you can't make it back to the monorail and you need a ride back because you can't find the trail home, call the minivan.
There you go.
Or just look on your app and figure out where to go.
Now I might do that next time should I run into that same situation. Perhaps.
They need to put a map on this app.
I checked out the tribute store this week.
Ooh.
This is the
Jurassic World. tribute
Jurassic
store.
World one, yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Did you get a dinosaur head?
I went. They have a Mold-orama. I got another mold.
What'd you get?
I got a T-Rex.
Nice.
There's two of them. There's a T-Rex and a Brachiosaurus.
Can you bring it next time? Because I just want to smell
Absolutely.
it. I just want to smell it.
I will bring David the T-Rex and I will bring Steven the shark. I have two of them.
As the smell of that wax takes
yes.
you back to childhood.
It does, yeah.
I feel like he was the kind of kid that probably like stuffed firecrackers in his wax figures or melted
No,
them
I
with
think
a...
he just huffed paint and Sharpies.
I didn't really do any huffing as a child. I got to be honest with you.
No, it wasn't until high school.
But
I just like the smell of it.
It's pretty cool because each room kind of ties into like, this is the Jurassic Park room, this is the Lost World room, and then the third room where they have the food. I think it's the Triceratops from the Triceratops encounter.
Really?
It's a Triceratops in a cage. It might be a different one, but
Oh, I got to get over there.
and there's a little when you go feed goats, there's one of the little containers if you want to feed the
T-Rex?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
but you don't want to feed the T-Rex. He'll bite your hand right off.
Yeah. No, only if you're a goat.
That too. That too.
Where's the goat?
Where's the goat? But and at the end of it, there's a picture of Hammond from Jurassic World, the statue that is at the park.
That's cool.
It's right there. It's like, oh, that's awesome.
Did they have any like unique merchandise that you hadn't seen anywhere before? Oh, that's really cool.
There's a lot of Mr. DNA stuff in there, which they also have at the store when you exit VelociCoaster.
What about, have they come up with any clothes that matches the Ford Explorer from the first movie?
Not that I've seen yet.
Because I would love a hoodie that looks like that.
They do have. I posted the picture of it. I have a picture of me in front of it. That Ford Explorer's back with the T-Rex.
With the T-Rex head.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So you can get your picture taken in front of that.
Was it gone for a while?
Yeah, they were rehabbing both of them.
The Explorer and the T-Rex?
Yeah. I think they were just like doing paint touch-ups and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics on it were like kind of like sun
Sun
damage and stuff.
It's Florida. That's how we look when we go outside,
yeah.
too.
Did you notice, sorry to interrupt, but did you notice they rehabbed the DeLorean that's next to the train?
Yeah.
And they put like the flux capacitor lights up now and everything. I thought it was like, that's pretty cool.
Now, can they fix the Yeti in
Ooh, wrong IP, right?
I'm just saying, can they fix it over at Hollywood or not? Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, they put a strobe light on it.
Yeah.
He's supposed to move, right?
It's the same thing.
Why is it so hard to fix that one? I did. Speaking of animatronics, I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I did that. I finally went and watched that America show in Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
That building is massive.
Oh, okay.
I mean, massive. It is gigantic in there for a show nobody goes to.
Did you get lost again?
I did not, but it is huge. It's beautiful in there, and they've got I don't know how many animatronics. And I'm like, nobody goes to this.
Is it as many as the Hall of Presidents? Because that's got a lot in there too.
Pretty. Probably not as many as that, but it's got a lot. But go check it out. It's there's a lot of singing.
When we have the animatronic uprising, do you think it'll be tougher to defeat the Hall of Presidents or the Small World cast?
All I know is when the animatronic uprising happens, me and Dickerman are done because everything we've said about shows.
Yeah,
They're going to come after us first.
There was so much singing in this show too. So many original songs.
I checked out the Bourne. Speaking of shows, I checked out Bourne.
See, that's more my speed.
Mm-hmm.
That's more my speed. You get action.
Yeah.
And did you like it? Was that the first time you saw it?
It's the first time I've seen it.
And what'd you think?
It was fun.
It's the best stage show I've ever seen at a theme park.
He doesn't sound as enthusiastic. I feel like I was almost more enthusiastic about the American Tail or whatever that thing was that I watched
I did it.
in an empty theater.
I did it.
Okay. Would you rank it above or below Fast and the Furious?
It was above that. That's the thing. I will say it's above Fast and the Furious.
There you go.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for?
I kind of just missed the T2 show.
That was a fun show.
Yeah, I kind of just missed that. That's
People
the
ran
problem.
around in front of you. Do people run around in front of you in this one?
Yeah.
No. Not through the aisles.
No,
Yeah.
not through the aisles.
In
No.
T2, they'd run through the aisles.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember John and
Sarah.
Sarah would run through.
Yeah. That was a good
It
show.
was cool. I
Oh.
mean, it's fun.
One of these days, next time I get out to Universal, I will check it out.
Maybe a month from now.
Yeah, I thought we would. I thought
We tried multiple times.
Did our press event tickets get lost in the mail again? Is that what happened?
Let's not bring that up.
They got lost in the mail.
No, but we are broadcasting live from Universal
That is true.
Studios on
That is
July
true.
20th.
That is accurate.
Fievel is back open.
All of it?
Not all of it.
The water slide?
Not that.
Oh, that's the best part.
Well, no. I know what your favorite part of that area is.
The ball pit?
No.
No, you
The
know.
nets?
Curious George.
Oh, that's a different area. Fievel's on
But
its own.
it's in that direction.
Okay, well, yeah, Fievel Playland is its own thing. Then you got the Curious George section. Then you got Barney's section. You got
Well,
Woody
Barney's
Woodpecker's
not. Barney's
roller
gone,
coaster.
man. Barney's gone.
I know,
It's been replaced.
but the water slide is not back open.
Correct.
That's a great slide.
It is a good slide. Yeah.
Takes a while to get up there.
And that's a place where you child swap, or is that Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park more so. You can't lose your kid as easily inside of Fievel.
Okay.
But
can
you
just get
can-
stuck.
SeaWorld's nets or especially Jurassic Park's nets, forget it.
SeaWorld's nets. I saw a dolphin in there.
At this point, I'm just going to be like, my kid's annoying me. I'm just like, hey, let's go to Universal. Just go in the nets. Bye-bye. I'm out of here.
Speaking of SeaWorld, this news broke on Friday after it
Oh my
recorded.
god! Oh my god! This is huge news
This is
to
a
me.
thing that you asked for.
He willed this into
you
the universe.
willed this into existence.
I specifically requested this,
I need
and they gave
you
it to
to
us.
will the lotto numbers into existence.
Yes.
I need Powerball. The 400 million, I need that.
Yeah, I don't.
Will that into existence, please.
We're getting an Orlando Howl-O-Scream at SeaWorld.
This is like when you said that, I was like, oh my god, no way! This is. I think this is gigantic news. I
Yeah.
think this is massive. The only thing I was disappointed in this news is that we can't get that same deal they got at Busch Gardens, where you pay $80 and go every night. But I don't blame them.
Yeah,
because
I
they got to
mean-
make money.
They
Yeah.
don't have a frequent fear pass?
They
Tickets-
probably will have something, but they don't have that crazy thing.
Tickets
that Busch
right now are
Gardens has.
$30 a night.
That's a
That's
good
dirt
price.
cheap.
Yeah, that is. I mean,
Multi-
that's
that's
almost what it
right-
costs you to park.
That's Fright Night passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's multiple houses, scare zones, roaming haunts.
I almost
shows.
bought an annual pass just so I could cover the parking and go out there as much as I could. If they had that $80 deal, I would have bought the SeaWorld annual pass and the $80 deal.
Well, for $80 you can get
Both parks.
Both parks, yeah.
Yeah, both.
One night, both parks.
Yeah, both SeaWorld and Busch Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's super cool, though. Brilliant idea by SeaWorld. This is like they keep quietly doing these really smart business decisions, and it's going to pay off in the long run for them, I think.
It's driving my stock up.
And if you're a parent of a small child, they're still doing the Halloween Spooktacular.
Really? So that happens
Dude,
during
wait.
the day?
That's during the day.
Do you think they'll still have the candy at night? Like, would I be able to go to Howl-O-Scream at
No.
SeaWorld and get free candy?
I think they are two separate things.
Oh, man. If they did free candy at night, too, forget it.
I know.
Forget about it.
I'm going to have such a sugar rush.
That's a great idea, though. I think it's a fantastic move by SeaWorld. Take that model they have already in Tampa at Busch Gardens. They probably brought some experienced people over that have worked that event before and put it together before, and they're going to do it here. And I think it's going to be gangbusters for them.
Well, speaking of going from good news to bad news,
I don't want that.
Ohana reopening.
It's half good news, half bad news.
The good news is it's reopening.
Okay.
Everything else is bad.
What else is bad?
There's no noodles.
They took the noodles away.
If you've never been to Ohana, which I've only been once in my entire life, but the noodles were like the most amazing part. The one thing, like I always have a rule at a buffet sort of situation like that, don't eat anything except for the meat because that's the best part, but the noodles are dynamite, or I guess they were at this point.
Yeah. If you're at like a Brazilian steakhouse, the bread is a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bread and the salad. Bread, salad, all that stuff. It's a trap.
But
Yeah.
these noodles just
They're fantastic.
are perfect. They can be a meal on their own.
And then if you get like a little bit of like the sauce from whatever proteins you have, mixed into those noodles. Oh my God.
All right. Business plan. All right. What do you guys say? We get a food truck. All right. We find the recipe for the noodles and we sell them just outside Disney property.
Do you know where you can get the noodles?
No.
Yak and Yeti.
Oh, really? Same noodles?
Well,
Garlic noodles.
What are they?
They're garlic noodles. They're considered a side.
Like they're exactly the same?
You know what we could do? Get like a tray of noodles from Kobe's Steakhouse and just like be a noodle dealer at the Polynesian.
Do you just hang out by like the bathrooms and stuff with people
Hey, man.
walking by? Hey,
You want some
you
noodles?
want some noodles? I got some noodles over here.
I was this close to making a reservation the first day they were able to, and then I saw that there were no noodles. Nope. Out.
Why would they
Well,
not bring back the noodles?
The
I
other
wonder.
thing they're not doing is the meat on the stick anymore.
Yeah.
They're not going to have the guys walking around like the Brazilian Steakhouse.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
they don't too close, so they just bring it. Well, everybody right now is doing that family style thing, which was kind of what Ohana was. But
Yeah.
all the
except for the protein.
upper tier Disney restaurants, mid to upper, are all like family style right now.
I'm
No
fine with that.
buffet.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like that better.
Did you guys see what happened at Animal Kingdom?
No.
They've been losing power.
I did notice that.
How do you lose power at Disney of all places?
They've had power outages a couple times this week that have affected multiple attractions.
That's so strange. You think it's Disney. Like somebody picks up a phone and says, "We got a power outage. There's 100 trucks
They have
on their way."
multiple solar farms like on
It's-
their grounds.
This isn't that uncommon, though.
Did
I was
an elephant charge a solar farm?
I was at Universal one time when Diagon Alley went completely out of power.
Well, no, the craziest thing is the safari lost power.
Really?
Yeah.
So they couldn't hear the park ranger?
I guess there was that, and maybe I don't know how some things work.
Wait, was Dennis Nedry seen somewhere around?
There's an Easter egg for that inside the tribute store.
I'm curious about Diagon Alley power going
Oh.
out. Were people concerned that what's his name was going to show up?
I know exactly the Easter
Voldemort.
egg you're talking about.
Yeah.
Voldemort. Was there people screaming that Voldemort was there?
Is he a Death Eater?
He's the main bad guy in
He's
Harry
the-
Potter. Mister, I have a robe.
I started rewatching.
Jimmy, come on. It's on HBO Max.
I started rewatching Philosopher's Stone the other day.
I think it'll be so much more fun to go to Universal with my
All right then.
wizarding
All right then.
robe and not have seen any of the
All right
movies.
then. On July 20th, you better be wearing it.
Okay.
He's going to get beat up by the Potter people for not knowing. And, of course, you'd call it the Philosopher's Stone, the UK version of the name.
I'm staying true to the brand.
I got messed up with that. I bought the Blu-ray set, and it comes with the digital code, but I bought the UK version.
Oh, no.
So the first one doesn't show up in my movies anywhere or whatever, wherever I have the free movies, because it's called the Philosopher's Stone, so it doesn't recognize it.
Oh.
So I only get 2 through the rest.
Oh, that's weird.
Stupid British version.
Fireworks come back to Disney World, and it looks like at some point in July.
All parks?
Well, they're mainly the only one that does fireworks.
Okay, I just meant all the Magic Kingdom, Epcot,
Well,
Hollywood
Epcot's show's
Studios.
not ready.
Okay. So
They're
Magic
still
Kingdom.
building the-
You got to figure they're going to start at Magic Kingdom.
Yes, that's the
Which
big
has
one.
still been the lightest park as far as crowds.
Mhm.
It's crazy how light it's been there. And can we get hours extended? 9 o'clock's not late enough for me.
Go to Epcot.
just went and asked
No,
uh,
every time.
the woman at at guest services because I was waiting for a friend and he
Uh-huh.
told me to meet him over at guest services. And I asked her, I was like, do you have any idea when they're going to extend park hours? Because I'd like to be here when it's not 1,000 degrees.
Yeah.
And
She
she's like, no, we only find out when they update the app. But what she did tell me was that they set their hours pretty far in advance,
Mhm.
and they are pretty. That's probably going to be what it is going to be.
Hmm.
Very rarely do they change the hours.
I've been going to Epcot every weekend because it's the only park that's open late enough because it's just too dang hot outside. That's been my park, Epcot.
Yeah. Well,
Can
it's like I think it's open at like 11 to 11 or 11 to
10
10.
o'clock they close.
Yeah.
10 o'clock is the latest, and that's it. Magic Kingdom's 9. Hollywood Studios like 7, and Animal Kingdom's 5.
7 or 8.
Yeah. I need later. Sun's out. We are recording this. It's probably like close to 8 o'clock right now. It's still sunny out.
Then you know what? Go to Universal.
How late are they open?
8 and 9.
That's too early. I need them later. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12
Well, the weekends
o'clock.
they are.
You can go to Rising Star afterwards. Is that open yet again?
I don't think so. I think Rising Star? I don't think karaoke's back yet.
I went to a karaoke party last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you sing?
I was very close to singing.
Ooh.
I
I'd
did
actually want
not.
to see that.
You should take the cash machine and just sing from inside that.
But My favorite part of the karaoke that we're about to run out of time.
I know.
Is one person did a rendition of Bodies.
Oh, Drowning Pool.
Yes.
It's good. It's always
The
fun when
most
somebody does that.
unassuming person at the party did that song.
That's good. That's good. That's what makes karaoke fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it fun. All right. Well, we do have to wrap up the radio portion of the show. We will have extra park hours coming up, so check it out on our website, thethemeparkpodcast.com. Scott, let's run down the social channels.
Yes, you can follow us on Twitter at The Theme Park Show or Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at The Theme Park Podcast, or watch at themeparkyoutube.com.
There you go. And we come to you live from the Lauren Campbell Realtor.com Tebow Gazebo Studios. For Jimmy D and Scott Harris, I'm Dickerman. Until next time, we'll see you out at the parks.
This has been the Theme Park Podcast. Follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at the Theme Park Podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, check out thethemeparkpodcast.com, the iHeartRadio app, or Apple Podcasts. From the theme park capital of the world, Orlando, Florida, this is the Theme Park Podcast. Wait, podcast? Isn't this on the radio?
Why does everything gotta be so messy on this station?
Anyway, here's your hosts, Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris.
Welcome to the Theme Park Podcast Extra Park Hours. Dickerman, Jimmy D,
What's going on, Dickerman?
and Scott Harris, all here to talk
Scutterin'.
a little more in depth about the week in theme parks, plus probably rattle off on various items, including potentially, if Jimmy lets us, a little bit about Loki without
I'll
giving
just turn
spoilers.
his microphone off. I control everything over here anyways.
Fair enough.
Yep. So I got asked a question from a loyal listener for you, Dickerman.
Okay.
You are a parent.
Oh, yeah. Barely at this point.
What? I don't even know what that means.
Oh, God.
What is the age where you decided to go in with a annual pass for your child?
We basically did it from the beginning. So we started going early on when she was like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you, how long did you cheat the system?
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's coming. That's of course that is coming. So we had friends that could like get us in early on, and then we decided, okay, we enjoy this time together. We're going to do this. So annual passes for myself and the wife. At the time, this would have been like a silver pass. Did include parking. Still found a way to get into the park. Never paid for parking once. But the children are able to get in up to 3 years of age.
Okay.
They are free up to 3 years of age. So we definitely went past the age of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how far we got. We would say
5, 6.
stay in the stroller.
12.
Keep the blanket up. Don't say anything. If they ask you how old you are, don't answer the question. And we pulled that off as long as we could believably do so.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say we started getting annual passes probably when she was 4 or 5.
Wow. Okay.
So she's 14 now. Jeez, that's a lot of money.
And you just bounce between Universal and Disney with those, right?
Mostly it was almost always Disney. We did take like a year. There were years where we took off, but like I think we did a year at Universal. We did SeaWorld when she was real little before we bought the annual passes for Disney. And my wife can correct me on whenever we actually started buying
we learned that
annual
you have
passes.
a horrible memory.
Yeah, she could actually correct the whenever the original date was. But SeaWorld was really good when she was little because they had that kids area, which is even better now. You take the kids out there, man. They can ride rides all day long. There's almost never lines, and they've got it like, a lot of fun stuff for the little ones. And SeaWorld's a good one for the little ones. Disney's great too, but Disney has its challenges. Huge crowds, a lot of big lines, just a little tougher to get around. Of course, it's an experience that everybody wants to do with their children, but if you're doing it like every weekend, SeaWorld at that age, to me, was easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think annual passes somewhere 4, 5, 6 years old is when we really started going all in.
Okay.
Somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
My wife would know better. She'll probably text me and say she was 11. This is the first year we've ever had them. She's 14 now.
And then the other question, I posed this on the Facebook page. What's your go-to item when you're going to the park that you're bringing with you?
Yeah, I saw this on the Facebook page. My answer
Well, it started
was
because I saw an article. There's a website that I go to like look for like deals on buying things, and it was a breakdown of what this person brings to a theme park every time. Good backpack, hat, sunscreen, battery backup for your phone.
These are all good ideas. So
Reusable poncho, like Jimmy gave me a disposable one that I bring almost every time now. In a fanny pack. I've become a fanny pack person when I go to the parks.
those are smart there. I've gotten really lazy. I used to be that guy with the backpack. It had 4 waters, 2 on each side, loaded with, I'd freeze them the night before. Inside the backpack, we would have ponchos. We would have everything we needed, including lunch. We would pack a lunch. It would be sandwiches. There would be an ice pack in there, the whole shebang. Snacks, bags of snacks, all sorts of, crackers and goldfish and stuff. So we didn't have to spend a penny once we got into the park. I have been terrible at that over the last year, and I've paid way too much money for food. And I've broken my own rules terribly. But I hate the one thing I hated about the backpack. I hate going through that friggin' bag line, man. Now it's better. It's so much better now.
It doesn't matter anymore now.
Yeah, it used to be like you'd go through that bag line. It's like, oh, might as well waste an hour here. Stuck in the bag line. Nothing was more freeing than to walk through the no bag line.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but
they have the machines that you just walk right through.
I need to start bringing a bag again.
Just so people out there in TV land know, you do not have to stop. You can just walk straight through. Unless they tell you to stop, just walk right through.
Yeah. I think strollers are the only exception. I think strollers
have to go on the side, and then the person who's pushing the stroller has to go through and go through the
You mean they don't just run up with the stroller and then walk through?
Yeah.
Let momentum carry the
yeah, ghost riding the whip,
the stroller.
The stroller right through.
There's a couple things that'll be a hitch for you if you're trying to go through and just do it in your bag. An umbrella will get you stopped.
Anything metal.
Yeah, if you have one of those big metal Yeti cups, that'll get you stopped. And my wife runs into this all the time. Her glasses case. If you have a glasses case with it's like leather and then metal on the inside, they'll stop you for that every time unless you walk. You take it out. If she keeps it in her purse, you take it out and you walk it with your hand out. And they're like, all right, you're good. For a while, they're like, no, put it above your head. No, hang it out in front of you. And they would stop her, but now I think they finally have it figured out. But glasses case will get you if it's got metal underneath like the soft and the leather and crap.
Because I went in on Tuesday and I had a backpack with my camera and a gimbal. And I was walking through, and the guy's like, can you please step over here? And the guy's like, I need to go through your bag. And I'm like, can I ask why? And he's like, because...
You look suspicious.
Well, no, he's like...
Because I told you to.
He's like, there was something in your bag. And I was like, can you tell me what you would be looking for? And he's like, something metal. And I was like, okay, fair enough.
Selfie sticks are still banned at Disney, right?
Yes.
So, but you can bring a gimbal.
Yes.
Yes.
They're not obtrusive.
How about that big Star Wars belt you have? Does that still get you stopped?
I haven't worn that in a while. I have a mission belt, which has a big metal, almost like a zip tie kind of head to it. And for whatever reason, for a while, that would kept going off.
I feel like
every time I get dinged for that.
I feel like those the belts. I think it's called buckled up or something like that. They have it's almost like an old timey seat belt for a plug-in. I feel like that's still going to get you stopped. I haven't worn one of those.
I'm not wearing a belt today because I'm wearing suspenders. But every time when I go on VelociCoaster or Hulk, that gets me dinged because they metal detect on those rides.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious about entering that. I'm going to try and wear my my Star Wars belt into Disney just to see what happens. See if you get stopped on that walk through.
Just bring a piece of aluminum or steel and just put it in your pants.
What else? My answer was my credit card lately.
I saw that.
I for some reason think I have money to spend, which I don't. Sunscreen during this time of year is a necessity. My child will fight us tooth and nail. I'm like, bro, sunburn sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Just put it on and quit giving me so much trouble over this.
Well, especially now when spray sunscreen.
I know. It's 10 seconds. You're done.
And they sell cooling sunscreen.
Does the metal can of spray sunscreen get tagged going through?
I've never been tagged on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a necessity, though. Sunglasses are needed. If you don't feel like waiting in line for water at all times, it's great to bring some bottles of water.
Bottles of water are a refillable thing.
Backlot Express, they have a water station there. You can get a free cup of water.
Yes.
Right in the front.
Everybody's got free water, but they do have it easier. It's easier to get water there. Refillable thing is gross, bro. I'm not drinking that. That Disney water is notoriously disgusting.
I don't think so.
You guys haven't heard that? The water fountains at Disney have always been very negatively reviewed.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's reading water reviews?
Not yet. Not from the concession stand where they run it through a filter. I'm talking about water fountain. Because you can't.
But that's any public water fountain. He's talking about the thing that's specifically made for bottles, and it's only for bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that decent water in there?
Yes.
It's filtered water.
I feel like they
water.
take the filter out. Like, nah, you cheapskates, you're not getting a filter.
It's hose water.
It might be. I don't know. I haven't tried it.
I guarantee you've drank it out of a hose more than once.
I have. It's not good for you. There's like lead in those things.
These are a couple of responses we got. A clean washcloth with a Ziploc bag for each person, so you could wet it and then put it on your body.
Ziplocs
towel.
are another good thing. We would bring empty Ziplocs for if we rode any water rides to put your phones in.
Or went to family dining.
Yeah, that too. But I didn't want to pay the 25 cents for a locker. So just keep my clothes.
I'm planning on doing a water ride day at Universal coming up.
What shoes are you going to wear? Because that's the key. Because if you wear your
Gotta get
regular
Crocs.
shoes, they're toast.
No, I'm not wearing Crocs. I'm not.
Dude, you would totally look cool
no,
in Crocs
No. Get the pillow and
over your face.
What shoes are you going to wear?
He's going to wear Crocs.
You're going to wear your nice shoes and get them all wet and ruined. They're going to stink. They're going to stink like Derek's boat shoes at work that one day.
No, I'll figure out some shoes that I don't mind getting wet.
Was that the day the whole room smelled like Fritos?
Yeah, it was his boat shoes. I'm like, dude, is that your shoes?
You got Doritos in there?
He's like, you can't wear socks with them. It's true, you can't, but they smell terrible when you know. No
You
socks
can get
in your
invisible.
shoes.
You can get those socks that like tuck in and you can't see them.
Yeah,
So you
where
still
there's a
have the-
spin, yeah.
That's what I'm saying to Derek. Is like
Oh.
you can get those socks and still have your feet socked, so your feet don't smell like blue cheese on a hot summer day.
Yeah.
I gotta say, having like a watch and an Apple phone makes it a lot easier of less things to carry. Like conceivably, you might not even have to bring like a credit card anymore.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
you got to start your car, so you need your car keys.
Mhm. Yeah, but even now, like my car keys now are like 2 things on it.
Yeah.
If you got a fancy enough car, you can just open it with your phone.
I can technically start my car from my phone, but the key needs to be there like when I try and go. So I guess I could leave the key in the car.
Yeah.
That seems weird. But I don't know. You're at a theme park. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. You know me. I won't connect anything to my bank account. So who
I know.
am I to speak on this?
It's like everybody in my life who I lay out money for, they almost always pay me immediately via some kind of digital payment.
Mhm.
This kid still brings me cash.
I know.
Dirty,
I've witnessed
disgusting
this.
cash.
Yes, he takes.
But you know what?
He takes his shoe off because he doesn't believe in wallets.
Yeah, he's got it inside his socks. So
Yep,
it's like
yep,
a
yep.
little
Guarantee-
damp from the sweat.
He takes off Derek's boat shoe.
God.
I guarantee you, though, at some point in the next 2 weeks after I give you cash, which is fairly regular, you're like, oh, I got some cash. I can pay for this.
I don't know the last time I've touched cash.
The last couple of times I've touched cash was putting it back into the ATM machine.
You put it back?
Yeah.
You feed it back to the... I've never even done that. You got to feed an
you
ATM
could deposit,
machine?
You could deposit cash in the ATMs.
Son of, no, I'd feel like it would steal my money. You son of a bitch. You stole my money. That would happen to me. I guarantee it.
He's the guy that's like checking his account on his phone. He's checking the receipt, and he's looking back at the ATM machine, and then does all three again. And he's like, I think it's in there.
And then you try to figure out how to balance everything.
You could put money into the ATM.
You could deposit checks in the ATM.
That seems sketchy. I could
I
do
could
it on my phone where I can take a
Exactly,
picture.
yeah.
That's fun. I like
Dickman?
that.
Dickman, 2005 is calling.
Yeah.
I don't like
This has been going on for a while.
I don't like using ATMs. I've seen too many videos of people getting robbed at those things.
Do you know how I paid for David the T-Rex at the Moldorama? I just used my phone and went boop, boom, paid for it.
Yeah, you can use your phone to buy like press pennies now.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I buy stuff with like Apple Pay on my phone. That's fun.
Same
I
thing.
like that.
It's the exact same thing.
Okay, I could do that.
It's
I know how to do that.
2021, man. You don't have to use
No,
cash
I
anymore.
do that, but I just do use cash with him when I got to bring him money. I don't want to connect a Venmo because you guys are going to make fun of me. But at some point, they're like, "Oh, Venmo got hacked, and now everybody's bank." That's real money. Credit card, okay, you'll get your money back. That's real money coming out of my bank account.
You know, you could.
It's insured, so you'll get
Yeah.
it back if something happens.
I don't trust them. That when the fall of society happens, nothing matters.
When Sarah Connor
Okay.
and John Connor are
Okay.
leading the resistance.
To that end, the fall of society, your bank account is not going to be worth anything anyways.
Yeah, you got
True.
gold. You got gold under your bed.
I do not.
That's where the
Gold might not even have any value. It's going to
Yeah.
be whether you got cigarettes and bullets.
Yeah.
I don't have either of those.
Well, then, I'm not gonna last very long.
All right, well, I'm still not getting Venmo unless I can hook a credit card up to it.
Well, you're the reason why society is going to spiral out of control.
That might be. That could happen. Can we talk a little bit about Loki without giving spoilers?
Yeah. Okay. If you haven't watched Loki yet, which is dropped on Disney Plus, this is the end of the podcast.
I thought it was Plus.
Yeah, Theme Park Podcast, thethemeparkpodcast.com. That's where you can find us.
Yeah.
Go there.
Listen every week. Rate,
Although
review.
if you're listening to this portion, which is not on the radio, then I imagine you can find us anyhow.
Correct. If you haven't watched Loki,
Episode 1.
episode 1 of Loki, turn it off.
And we're not going to get into spoilers. We're just going to kind of talk about like the look of the show and what's going on with the show. Where I don't think we need to like detail anything because there's not really anything to spoil.
We're talking about episode 1, Glorious Purpose of Loki.
All right. First question.
Is he Mephisto?
First, before we get to this, way deeper than I wanted to get. How do you rate it?
Will Reed
Episode
Richards
1,
pop up?
Episode 1 versus WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like it more or less?
Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's my order.
Are we comparing the whole series or just the
Episode
first
1.
episode?
Just episode 1.
Yeah, I'd say both. You can do both if you want.
Overall, right now, for me, it's WandaVision, Loki, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
For the first episode,
Episode to episode, head to head.
Loki's the best.
Yeah. I mean, Loki gave you so much. Like, WandaVision was out there, and it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It was really cool and way different. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier was something else, kind of more like an action show. Loki took you, okay, and this just happened in Endgame. Let's see. Let's take a look at this timeline.
And the first episode of WandaVision didn't establish what was going on.
Yeah,
No.
it took
3 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Loki out of the gate, they're immediately like, here's what's going on. Let's put all these puzzle pieces back together for you and go. And now you've got a lot of intriguing things ahead. My wife is a huge Loki fan, so this show was already winning with her. Then for me, you toss in time travel, favorite thing in the world, and 70s decor, I'm in.
What about Owen Wilson?
I'm enjoying Owen Wilson very much so far.
I was thinking about him today, and I was like, there was a time where he was considering, committing suicide, and he has come back from that, and now he's back. And I love that. That's like it's a great, comeback story.
Yeah, and Tara Strong. Did
Tara
you notice
Strong,
Tara
Miss
Strong?
Minutes. As Miss Minutes, I want all the Miss Minutes merchandise.
Oh, it's coming.
I
when
know
you were
it is.
talking about Jurassic Park, the thing earlier, I'm like, oh, that Miss Minutes stuff is coming.
No,
Yes.
if you look on the Shop Disney store, there's a bunch of Miss Minutes stuff already.
I want the good stuff, though. I don't want this happened with Grogu. You remember this when Grogu first started? It was all the Zazzle versions of everything. I want the good stuff. I want the true merch.
I could see that. We saw her name come up in the credits. We're like, wait a minute, because we knew she did tons of voice acting. My kid loved My Little Pony when she was little, and she did a ton of stuff with that. So we're like, who was she? Oh, she was that little cartoon.
I want that cartoon as a regular show on Disney Plus.
It's probably going to happen.
Good.
We're getting those Doug shorts. Maybe we'll get some Miss Minutes shorts.
Done. I want to know all the TVA stuff.
This is what's interesting.
Tough beat though for your guy,
Which one?
Thanos.
Oh, Thanos. I know. The drawer of Infinity Stones.
Yeah, tough
Oh,
beat.
some guys got some as
Paperweights.
paperweights.
Spoiler.
All right. Well,
We said if you haven't watched,
But he also said it was not
Yeah.
real spoilers.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a spoiler.
it's
Jimmy's
a spoiler,
definition of spoiler. You tell Jimmy something's good.
Oh,
Ruin it for me. What are you doing?
No, because some of the best movies I've ever enjoyed, I went into with a low expectation. And it's so rare that I go into a movie thinking, this is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. And it meets that expectation. Very rarely happens for me.
Okay, I could see that. But I feel like this show, you can actually see it happening. You can see the seeds being planted for where we're headed in the whole rest of the Marvel Universe.
They laid out the blueprint for Phase 4 just in the Miss Minutes video.
Yeah, we already know Doctor Strange is the multiverse of madness. Well, obviously we're getting there somehow.
Yeah.
So this is the path.
and they've talked about that in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium. The big bad in that is Kang the Conqueror, whose whole thing is time travel.
Goodness gracious, I am up for some really good Marvel content.
Yes,
Lots
you
of
are.
time travel.
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror, isn't that the villain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? The brain
Krang.
guy? That's Krang, okay.
Yeah. He is a time-traveling entity. Several alternate versions have appeared through the Marvel titles throughout the years.
Well, this is, I mean, everything looks to be shaping up really well. I got to be honest. I mean, just episode 1.
The crazy thing is, have you guys ever been to the Marriott Marquis in Atlanta, Georgia?
Negative.
That's where they filmed a lot of the TVA. I've stayed in that hotel a couple of times. It's like, oh, this looks weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it look that outdated and everything?
It's not that it looks outdated. It's just that's the kind of the structure it is. So it just looks. I mean, they film a lot of because they filmed almost all of this in Atlanta.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
Made in
you
Georgia.
can see, like, if you watch like Hunger Games, you can also see. Oh, that's this lobby is also where you.
We need to get some of that business back, man. That was our business that Georgia has stolen. Everybody's like, Georgia. You see that in the show?
It's because
bring it back to Florida.
It's because the Florida politicians
Back in the day.
looked at Hollywood as a cash machine instead of giving them incentives. So what did Atlanta do? They were like, "We'll throw money at this," and they built Pinewood Studios there. And now Steve Harvey makes every TV show he does over there. And
Tyler
it's-
Perry.
So much made there.
Well,
I
Steve
mean,
Harvey does.
No,
Wal-
but I mean Tyler Perry has a production studio there.
But we could still do it here. There's still time for the politicians in this state to say, "Hey, let's start getting that Hollywood East thing going again."
Yeah, they have a Pinewood in Atlanta.
There was a campaign for a while. Their good friend Stephen Shea went out and marched on Tallahassee to try to get the film incentives reinstated. No dice.
No dice, huh?
Politicians didn't want anything to do with it, and people like Stephen Shea picked up and moved to California.
He did. Stephen Shays, he's doing great too. I keep seeing on Facebook he's got all these different projects going on.
Yeah, dude. I was looking at a music video the other day, and I was like, man, I love this shot that they got here. And I was like, I really like this music video. And I start looking at the description for it, and it's like shot and produced by Stephen Shea. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, if you ever saw Axis magazine back in the day, he shot a number of covers for Axis back in the day. So, but he's off in California. But so much production is done in Georgia, but it
This
could
is really going to annoy you.
be done here.
Guardians 2, Georgia. The Suicide Squad, Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem.
Your movies right there.
I got no problem
You
with
can't go hang out on those sets.
Georgia, but I mean, I feel like we could do it here, and it would just be better because we're better than Georgia. Let's face it.
We are 100% without a doubt.
There's no arguing that point. I mean, geez, I drove through Atlanta once. That was miserable.
You must have gone during rush hour, didn't you?
I don't even know. It wasn't rush hour. It was just like madness. The roads there were insane.
Multiverse.
Because there's 7 Peachtree streets in downtown Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot of one-way streets.
I was on the highway going through Atlanta. I was like, I would not want to drive this ever. Maybe people feel that when they drive I-4, and I'm just used to it. But I also don't drive I-4, so whatever.
Drive through downtown LA.
Dude, last time I was in Atlanta, it was in last December for the SEC championship game. We were headed to our hotel room, and then for whatever reason, there was like a train depot that we had to go by, and there was a train stopped on the tracks in front of us. And after like 20 minutes, I looked up on my phone. I was like, all right, I found a way that we can go over the train yard and get to the other side because we're like on the Olympic Village side of the
Centennial Park.
Yeah, right over there by the stadium.
Yeah.
Because we were like a block from the stadium. That's how close our hotel was. We took a right, and it was like going over the wrong side of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like the car in front of us was a giant Escalade, and the guy had his foot hanging out the driver's side door.
Driving.
And
Okay.
we're like, what is going on here? And then like he stops in the middle of the road behind another car, and like people get out of both cars, and they're all like talking with each other, and we're just like, what is going on here? It was like the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of driving in big cities. DC was crazy to drive like on the highway there. I was like, this is ridiculous. There's like 16 lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, drive LA, and then come back and talk to me.
I've ridden in LA. I've ridden in a car driven by someone else in LA.
I drove on the 405 at rush hour. I was like, what are people complaining about? It wasn't that bad. Not like Atlanta.
You're not moving. It's not driving. You're sitting.
Anyhow, let's do it here in Florida again. Let's shoot something here.
All right, I'll call Kevin Feige when we stop recording.
All right, that's fair enough. And we got some studios, right?
I'll call Joe Hollywood and say, hey, Hollywood, you're moving here.
The right stuff shooting here in Orlando.
Right stuff is not happening.
But when it was here, that was a good thing for Orlando. It was like, okay, it was reminding people that this is a place you can do production work.
Yeah, the problem was that shit wasn't good.
I understand that.
They do those studios at Universal actually they're functional studios, right?
Yes, they have filmed. They are currently filming a thing there right now.
We could do something there besides like a daytime talk show or a nighttime talk show.
They could,
or
yeah.
wrestling, or
But
Never Back Down.
But they have to have some kind of incentive in order to move facilities here.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just economics. Why would you come to Orlando for free, or for free, when you can get paid by other states to help with the expense of your show?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, I think Loki's off to the best start of any of the shows.
I would agree.
I like the Wednesday.
I like the Wednesday as well.
Oh, yeah. That was a surprise that it came out on a Wednesday, not a Friday.
Well, they did announce it a few weeks ago.
Well, I know. I was like, regular folks are like, yeah, okay, sure. And then, like, when it comes, you're like, oh, Wednesday, cool, neat.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because movies are coming out on Fridays again. That's going to take up the dialogue.
Yeah.
For me, it's great because I still have Bad Batch on Friday, and now I have Loki on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody see A Quiet Place 2 besides me?
I haven't seen A Quiet Place 1.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, you see one?
No, I didn't. I don't like Krasinski.
If you see
really good.
Fast 9 in IMAX, you get a 5-minute Jurassic World Dominion. Something.
Really?
Yes.
Because you saw that they announced today the 1 year anniversary of Jurassic, the VelociCoaster.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Dominion comes out.
Yes.
Real quick, on A Quiet Place, didn't you say you regretted not seeing the original in the theater?
Yes.
Well, why don't you see the original at home and then go see the other one in the theater?
Because I want to see the original in the theater.
But you can't. So see the second one because the second one's really good. It might be better than the first one.
With Halloween coming up, and just a couple of months, I guarantee it's going to be on one of those Saturday morning, like, how they do the replays of different movies and stuff.
And it's such a unique theater experience, that one, because you do want silence, which is rare. I mean, you want absolute silence at certain times. It did a great job. I know you don't like Krasinski, but fantastic job. Fun movie.
Also, can people stop asking Emily Blunt if she's going to be in the Fantastic Four movie?
They want her to be
she's getting really snippy in interviews about
the
it.
former Kate Mara?
Yes.
The former Kate Mara role?
Well, they want both of them as Reed Richards and Sue Storm.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'd like that.
Yeah.
Although they might be getting a little bit old. If we're going to have a long franchise, I might want to go younger. No offense.
No, but
they both don't look old.
But I know, but they're going to get, everybody gets old. Who did I see? I saw somebody in the other day in a movie. I'm like, oh my God, they look terrible. They were like 34.
Like, do you know how old Nick Fury is?
Yeah, but he can pull that off. Like, Sue Storm is supposed to be pretty hot.
Emily Blunt's very hot.
She is very hot, but how long is that? Because I actually saw her in something that was like 12 years old the other day. I'm like, she looks exactly the same. At some point, it's going to happen.
Like, Charlize Theron still looks the same, and she's been in our lives for 20-something years.
She does look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen. I just want a long franchise. All right.
But Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards has always had like white hair
Just
on
a little
the sides.
bit, yeah, a little bit on the sides.
So he's a little bit older guy. John Krasinski, I think, is age appropriate, even though I do not want to see him anywhere near the MCU.
Tell me when Marvel has gotten a casting wrong.
Well, the Hulk a few times. Took him a while.
You can't blame Eric Bana on that.
I don't blame Eric Bana or Ed Norton.
Well, Ed Norton was supposed to be in the Avengers.
Right.
And then he was difficult to deal with, and they said, bye.
I think Ruffalo's difficult sometimes, too. So
He's a team player on everything.
Hulk's just hard.
No, Ed Norton wanted to help rewrite the script.
Well, look where Ed Norton is now.
Yeah, and look where Ruffalo is now.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to be in She-Hulk.
Yeah, he definitely he hedged the wrong bet, Mr. Norton.
He did. He overplayed his hand.
Yeah, and said he's in Bourne whatever with Hawkeye.
What happened with Bana? Anybody know?
Well, that was a...
Was he the Brandon Roth?
No, it was the
of Hulks?
He was Ang Lee directed that one.
Right.
Yeah, and that was not a Marvel movie. That was a Universal movie.
Okay.
It's not technically part of it. Well, it probably could be brought into the multiverse.
It is on Disney Plus now, but...
Yeah, I just figure, maybe he's just like the Brandon Roth version of the Hulk. Why wouldn't they just... I guess they figured, look, we can stick with Eric Bana, or we got this opportunity with Ed Norton. Ed Norton's amazing. Let's do it. And then Ed Norton ended up not panning out at all.
It just wasn't a good movie, the Ang Lee version.
No, it wasn't. And he's a very acclaimed director, but it wasn't a great movie. Hulk's hard on his own, though. Hulk's better
as a team.
The way they've done it as part of the team show. Although I will say the television show from way back when, as I remember it, I haven't seen it in decades. I love that damn thing with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno.
And David Banner instead of Bruce.
Yeah, it was David Banner instead of Bruce. Why was that? Why'd they change it?
Because they didn't like the name Bruce.
Yeah.
Because of Batman? Bruce
No,
Wayne?
just Bruce wasn't mainstream enough for them. And that's why in the Eric Bana version of Hulk, his dad's name is David Banner.
Yeah.
So they were trying to tie it all together.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on you to tell me a bad casting choice they did.
Oh, no, I don't know that I
Exactly.
can offer you one.
Exactly.
So they didn't do Eric Bana, Ed Norton. Well, Ed Norton was maybe bad because he was just trouble.
Yeah, but he was good in the role.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something.
Well, here we got Eternals coming out. We'll see if Angelina Jolie pans out.
Did you watch the trailer yet?
No.
Yes.
You haven't watched it yet?
No, I still have the stink of Inhumans. I'm just so worried.
I wanted more Jon Snow and Robb Stark. I was like, I need to see more of what these guys are up to.
Let me ask.
What they're setting up for your Starks.
Let me ask you
I
something
don't
about.
like I don't like the way you're saying that. The Starks have had a long, difficult history.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a hard road.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Been a
talking about
hard road?
Anthony Stark or Robb Stark?
Rob, the whole Stark family outside of Tony.
Mm-hmm. And there's a Cersei in this movie.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
is it Angelina Jolie?
No.
Oh.
No, she plays Thena.
Okay. When's this thing come out? 2022?
It comes out in November.
Oh, November.
Yes.
Okay. Well, at least I'm going to buy those window clings at the dollar store now, just so I have them in case I like it.
Preemptively.
Yeah. If it's not good, I can just throw them out because it was $1.
Just $1.
You're such a goof.
Well,
All
the
Casting.
yes.
You got one?
Yes. Don Cheadle and Terrence Howard.
Oh yeah, Terrence Howard didn't work out, but he was Ed Norton type of thing, right? He
wanted-
demanded more money,
He wanted more money, yeah.
and he didn't see the big picture that the money is coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right here. It's not right now. It's not what's right in front of you, but that money will come.
Yeah.
So where do you guys like? Because I love Don Cheadle
I'm
on his
Cheadle all the
own.
way. I'm Cheadle all the way.
But man, I loved Terrence Howard as Rhodey though in the first movie. I'm kind of like one of those purist people that I don't like it when they make midstream casting changes.
Well, so
I like Cheadle. I've always been a fan of Cheadle.
yeah, I think he plays off better with Downey, and I think that's what you need from that role.
I agree. He's got, I don't know, he's more posable or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The chemistry is better.
Yeah.
Do we think Gwyneth Paltrow was necessary as Pepper Potts?
I love her as Pepper Potts. I wouldn't change anything with her.
She's fun.
Let's pose the question. I don't have a feeling.
She didn't do much.
I don't have a feeling one way or another with her. I just feel like she's there and she comes with a giant price tag.
Yeah, but she doesn't do much in those movies.
No.
She doesn't take away anything.
No, she doesn't. But I just thought for like what we're paying, like I don't know, you got to pay that Gwyneth Paltrow money for kind of a 2D character.
Yeah. But you need that in a movie. I mean, I think the worst one that they did was Mickey Rourke as whatever character he was, but that's just because that was a horrible.
Fair point.
That was just a bad movie.
I
Whiplash.
hate that character. He's terrible.
Yeah, that's just a bad movie.
Yeah, I hated that. I hated Mickey Rourke on that, and I understand why they did it at the time because he was just coming off The Wrestler and he was acclaimed, but he was terrible in that role.
Throne's better.
Yeah, where's my bird?
Yeah, he was not good.
But I mean
It's not my bird.
But I mean, like that's where we get Scarlett Johansson and Sam Rockwell. So,
True.
Yes.
and it was supposed to be Emily Blunt as Black Widow.
Black Widow, that's true. I think ScarJo owned the role, though. I think you can't do it. She is Black Widow.
And the rumor is that we could be getting a Spider-Man No Way Home trailer in Black Widow.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm not really a fan of Tom Hiddleston as Spider-Man.
Tom Hiddleston as Spider-Man.
Tom, what's his name?
Hanks?
No, the kid that plays Spider-Man.
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland. It's H names. No, he's so good as
He's
Spider-Man. That
perfect.
kid is so good. He is like, where like did they pluck? I know he's been in other movies before. I'm like, how did they know this kid was the perfect friggin' Spider-Man?
He's really good.
He really is. He's amazing.
And he's fully grown, so he's not going to get any bigger.
Yeah, and he's the dang kid seems like he loves it too.
They plucked him out of playing Billy Elliot on in musicals.
I saw him in that movie about the tsunami. I don't know.
The
what that was.
Impossible.
Yeah, I saw him in that. He was in that. That was weird.
I can't wait for that movie for No Way Home.
When's that come out?
December.
What's the story there? No Way Home? Is he like he's in space or something?
No, his identity's been out.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But you know, Cumberbatch is in it, so we're getting Doctor Strange in there.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred Molina from Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock.
Yeah.
And there's all the rumors of
Andrew Garfield and Tobey
and
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Is
Kirsten
Gyllenhaal going to show
Kirsten-
back up since he's the one that exposed him?
Who knows? Kirsten Dunst.
Kiki?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's crazy rumors for Doctor Strange.
Well, we already know that Elizabeth Olsen's in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was all these rumors because it's all multiverse. So there was rumors that they were going to tap into people that were rumored to play roles.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be so rad.
That would be fun.
Where it's like, oh, look, it's Tom Cruise as Tony Stark.
That'd be fun.
Who knows if any of that happens?
Like, whoever's in charge of trying to figure out how to make that happen was, oh my God, what am I going to do with this pile of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That would
That's
be fun,
an expensive pile.
Yeah. But there's probably people that would be like, a day's work. Yeah, I'll do it for,
Yeah,
just to be a part of it.
Brad Pitt did a cameo in Deadpool 2 for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah, just because his kids loved it.
Yeah.
And he was literally in it for, 26 frames?
Exactly. Yeah, he was there for a couple hours.
He was the Invisible Man, right?
That's right. And you
Yeah.
only
A Vanisher.
Well, it's because he had to turn down Cable.
Oh, he turned down Cable?
He had scheduling conflicts. He wanted to be in the movie.
I wonder how he would have been as Cable. Because Brolin was great.
Mm-hmm.
Brolin was great.
Yeah, he owned it.
You're
did.
just saying that because you're a Thanos guy.
Well,
and
he
all the
said
same-
he liked playing Thanos better than Cable because he felt he had more freedom playing Thanos than he did Cable.
Yeah.
He felt like he could have more range with Thanos. With Cable, he felt a little boxed in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cable's not exactly a complex character.
He was really good in that, though. I like him as Cable. I would have loved to seen Brad Pitt as that, though. That would have been fun. All right. Is there anything else we need to cover on these rumors? Are we good?
I think that's it.
All right. So if you want to keep up with us during the week, of course, there seems to be always some sort of breaking news. As we finish this podcast, probably something gigantic will happen like it does every single week.
Oh, I'm
What do
just
you want to
waiting-
will into the universe this week?
I'm just waiting for
Fast
them
pass
to
back.
No, I'm waiting for them to announce like tomorrow or over the weekend all the Horror Night stuff.
Oh, that's probably coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's probably tomorrow.
I know.
Probably tomorrow. They'll
They
announce
don't
every
want to
single
step.
house.
They don't want to step on VelociCoaster.
And there's also going to be an announcement about park capacity. I guarantee they're all gearing up to increase
100%.
park capacity.
I wonder if they make that announcement or if they it's just easier
do
to
it.
get. Yeah.
Because they've been quietly increasing it
Because
in both parks.
I haven't seen Universal capacity in like 6 weeks. You could just not say it.
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
curious.
you could.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder. I mean, do
They've
you
never
need to
they've
answer?
they've never said, like, they've never made an announcement we're at 30%. They've never said that. They've only ever said we're at limited capacity, but they don't even really say that anymore.
it is still hard to get a pass for Disney on the weekends.
It is. I just got
It's hard to get a pass at all during the week. Like,
Really?
Because remember last week I was like, I'm going to go to all 3 parks in one day. Well, I didn't do that this week because when I looked at the calendar, there was nothing available for the entire week. And I was like, okay.
Never mind.
And I ended up dropping in day of, like Scott taught me.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped in Animal Kingdom, spent like an hour there, and then bounced over to Hollywood Studios.
get a Universal Pass and it's easier to go to parks.
It's true.
No
That
reservations
is-
needed.
No reservations needed. You still need it both SeaWorld and Disney for the time being until it's over.
Hang on, I'm quickly going to look and see what the wait time currently is.
I got to feel
Oh,
like these
for
reservations are
VelociCoaster.
going away soon enough. Probably SeaWorld first.
And this is completely my observation. They started selling Indiana Jones merchandise again in not in the traditional Indiana Jones stores, because those are now like rest areas, but in the
Those are
main
going
gift
away.
in the main gift shop. And it makes me believe that if they're selling Indiana Jones merchandise, they may be starting to gear up to start that show again.
You
Well-
got to think shows. I've heard people that work shows are getting back to work. I don't know if it's actual people. I know production people that are back in working again. I don't know if like they've started hiring actors or dancers or anything like that before yet as of yet. But shows are coming back.
Yeah.
That also makes sense because there's pictures now of Indiana Jones in filming Indy 5, and Raiders just celebrated its 40th anniversary as well.
Is Harrison Ford like 80 years old now?
He will be
70.
80. He will be 80 years old when the movie comes out.
Goodness gracious. Good for him.
You won't believe what his costume looks like. It's the same costume he's been wearing in every movie.
Okay.
He wore the brown pants.
Yes, he wore just like The Rock and his
Khakis.
And his khakis. Harrison Ford, same outfit.
Now that you said that about The Rock and his khakis, you can't unsee it.
Everything he's in.
Yeah, he's always wearing khakis.
Yep.
All right, Scott, social media channels. If you haven't followed us and you're listening to this, please, for the love of God, give us a follow.
On Twitter at The Theme Park Show, or Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at The Theme Park Podcast, or watch at thethemeparkyoutube.com.
There you go. All right. And for Jimmy D and from Scott Harris, we are live from the Lauren Campbell Realtor.com Tebow Gazebo Studios. I'm Dickerman. Until next week, we'll see you out at the parks.
This has been the Theme Park Podcast. Follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at The Theme Park Podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, check out thethemeparkpodcast.com, the iHeartRadio app, or Apple Podcasts.